It's all good, Ducky. It's all good. I had to throw that trash out anyway. Myers Motorsports and Company, let's get ready to go as the UMP Modifieds are going to be coming up to Knoxville. I threw the Lincoln Speedway race out the freaking trash can, and then I'm also live, like I said, only on the 3 channels here tonight now, too. That's also just getting absolutely annoying, too, but here on the chip. Well, we're going to get ready to go to Knoxville Speedway. That's going to be our next event here with the SLR show. And we're going to go ahead and load that up here in just a hot minute. So thank you guys for coming over for wherever you guys are coming from. We are currently dead on the old tiki-taki side of things here for a minute until I figure out exactly what's going on that end. I just had to go get my composure back. But let's go ahead and get ready to fire it up here as the UMP Modified are going to be heading to the... How do you want to say it? They're going to be heading over to the Knoxville Speedway. That's going to be our next event here this afternoon. So, Knoxville, for these UMP Modifieds, they'll have a 30-lap feature event, and hopefully this race will not be as terrible as the disaster at Lincoln. Oh my, let's get ready to rock and roll as Knoxville is going to be our next event here tonight as we got 4 more events scheduled here, actually 3 more after this one here at Knoxville, and then let's go ahead and get the party started. Old Carrots Clash at Knoxville. Sure is. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get this started, and I hate when that crap does that. Oh my! Alrighty, so we're gonna go to Knoxville. Knoxville is gonna be coming up next here with the SLR show, and we're going to be at it once again here with the SLR show again. Like I said, we're only live on those other pages you can see underneath me as we tend to have. Yeah. No, let it go, let it go. So let's get ready to go here at Knoxville. That's going to be our next event here with the SLR show. So no, we already ran it. I got to be done by 9 o'clock, so we are just gonna run the original ones that are left. Yep. Let's get ready to rock and roll as we are here at the SLR show here this afternoon. Like I said, if you guys wanna come out and watch the racing, you gotta go to my other channels because I'm gonna be live on my phone on the one page, and we're just gonna go ahead and keep on rolling as we have our UMP Modifieds. It's going to be coming up here with the SLR show here this afternoon. So once again, we are live on my other pages if you guys want to watch the actual racing and watch the stream. as we are getting ready to go here tonight on the SLR show. And let's see what happens here. Come on, do your thing. Let's go. Yep. So yeah, that's why we're here this afternoon, guys, as the SLR show is up and ready to go again. TikTok continues to do its stupid stuff here with my content and say it's reproduced contact, and we're here at Knoxville. Knoxville Speedway for the UMP Modifieds here this afternoon, as we're going to get ready to go here tonight, and I'm going to get this SDK all loaded up, and let's go ahead and get the party started here. Come on. Okay, I guess not. Okay, let's just continue to have a very, very bad Friday here this afternoon. Oh my, oh my. Yes. So, go to my other pages, Jeffrey Wellman. Go to my other pages.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
I got a solo request for you.
No. What up, Outlaw Racing? Let's get ready to go as our UMP Modified. They're going to be ready to rock and roll here this afternoon. As the UMP Modifieds now it wants to load up. Let's go ahead and get this party started here at Knoxville. Want to get you guys, if you guys are coming in on this side of things, go over to my YouTube, my Twitch, and my Facebook page. If you guys want to, just type in SLR0X and you will find our racing. TikTok wants to be a pain in the ass for me, so guess what? Shabang! Send them up over there. You guys can head over there and watch that stream as well. As we're going to get ready to rock and roll here this afternoon, as our UMP Modifieds are here tonight. Got about 5 minutes left of practice here as Chris Wharton in that number 5 machine going to be here on.
How you doing, track prep right now?
I don't even know what we got yet, so just go ahead and run that bottom in for now. So the UMP Modifieds are going to be here at the quote-unquote the Knoxville Speedway, as that's going to be our next event here tonight at the SLR show. As Tyler Trenham and that number 31 machine will be also on the Speedway from the Interstate Welding. The Reaper Graphics number 31, the Advanced Auto Parts will be there as well. Meanwhile, it's going to be that number 1D machine of Caleb Myers going to be joining us here for the first time in that Jack Featherson Welding 01 machine. That's going to be Mr. Caleb Myers. After that, you're going to have the SLR 0X2. You can find me over there, chasing Matt Mason 1. And you got the 43 of Howard Ferguson Jr. going to be joining us in that number 43 machine with the 115 of Dane Norris. You've got the number 25. That'll be Braden Avila. Unfortunately, he won the Lincoln show, but unfortunately, it was absolutely a bit of a wreck fest there, so we'll continue, and we just threw that away. Dane Norris there.
Thank you for the follow. Here, take this yellow flag.
Cody Ellsworth, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel, and finally, good to see you out here. Sack, I don't even know how to say it. Sack, I think I want to say that. All right, guys, if you guys can go to the middle side of the speedway. Nope, not watching any race there. Carson Hope's our fan. Once again, you guys are just joining us. TikTok wants to be its own pain in the butt, so you guys got to go to my other channels if you guys want to watch the other side of racing. So, yeah. As we got Howard Ferguson at number 43, who had a really good run that last event, as the number 25 of Brendan Abbott will be also on the speedway. As we continue on here tonight, A-Class 2K. Meanwhile, we got the number 25 of Braden Avila will be joining us with the 115. That'll be Dane Norris as we got track prep underway here this afternoon for the UMP Modifieds. You're at a dirt track. Watch this in live racing. What up, America the Beautiful? Good to see you. What racetrack are you at here this afternoon? UMP Modifieds here at the Knoxville Speedway for a 30-lap feature event. We got a good field of cars, 13, 14, 15. Going to be joining us here this afternoon. Tyler Trenham, that number 31 machine, he'll be able to also be on the speedway again. How about the number 43 of Howard Ferguson Jr. joining us for the first time at the Lincoln Speedway. And then once he got there, man, it was just an absolute phenomenal show. And he but won it for the first time here with the SLR show. Meanwhile, the 31, that's going to be Matt Smith as we continue to run the middle side of the speedway.
Thank you for the follow.
Yep.
Here, take this yellow
Keep
flag.
running that middle and bottom shelf, please. Keep running that middle and bottom shelf. You can run both. Just do not put the right rears above that marble line, please. Hey, thank you for the follow, M. Burns, II99. Appreciate you for that latest follow as well. So, as we got hot laps underway here for the UMP Modifieds here with the Knoxville Speedway, JT Wellman in the B4 will also be here this afternoon. Once again, we are live on my Twitch, we're live on my YouTube, and we're also live on my Facebook. Just search up SLR and you'll be able to find us. Tyler Lacey will be joining us here for the first time in that Tyler Lacey machine. So we got 13, 14, 15, 16 UMP Modified. So as we continue on, the number 31 on Matt Smith will be joining us. Meanwhile, it's going to be the 115 of Dane Norris with number 25 of Braden Avila, as we're going to continue to run the middle and the bottom side of the speedway here for these UMP Modifieds in both corners. I'm going to see if we can get a cushion line starting to roll here for these UMP Modifieds here at the Knoxville Speedway. Again, they're going to have a 30-lap feature event. We have a couple more laps here this afternoon. As our next event, I believe, will be at the Lanier Speedway for these UMP Modifieds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. Got about 40 more seconds yet to go as the B4 of JT Wellman to be joining us at Knoxville. And your PC froze. You better hopefully get in here race number 2. As Tyler Trenham and that number 31 machine will also be here as we are getting ready to line these cars up for heat race number 1. As we're going to get ready to go here this afternoon. Good to see you guys hopping in over there on Twitch, YouTube, and the Facebook page as we're getting ready to rock here for UMP Modifieds at the Knoxville Speedway. And thank you guys for coming out here to the channel as Caleb Miners definitely dropped due to upload packet loss. But you know what? We're going to get ready to go here this afternoon. Offering EOL penalties to the field. Would you like one? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I'll take one.
So once again, you guys are weighing 2,400 pounds minimum weight tonight, and you also have the extra horsepower. I believe you have 800 and something odd plus here for these UMP Modifieds. Again, all starts going to be on the leader anywhere in the middle 3 to the end of 4. Leader may fire in that area. Please do not choke the field up, which means wait to the last minute to fire and have everybody else stacked up. Other than that, guys, do not straight line. Do not full send anybody at any time, any place, anywhere. I do not care what happens. If you use your car as a weapon at any time, you will not be invited back to these events. You're all A-Class 2009 rating or better, so we know exactly. You guys should know what you guys are doing. Other than that, guys, good luck, everybody. The Fremont Speedway in Ohio. Let's go. Inside and outside lanes, go ahead and move on up. We have Lanier Speedway coming up after this one for you guys. Good luck, everybody. Alrighty, so as Caleb Myers did get back in, but he's going to have to start tail because he did not make the grid. Neither did Kinzer Tosh, as these UMP Modifieds are going to be here at the Knoxville Speedway. Those of y'all joining me on TikTok, you're going to have to go on my other pages. If you guys like watching the SLR show, you're going to go to the YouTube, you're going to go to the Twitch, and you're going to have to go to the Facebook. Search up SLR0X. Go find us over there if you guys want to watch the races. TikTok is back to doing his bull crap again, so we're just going to pop on over there. So, as we are really rocking and rolling here, as Jonathan Snyder and that number 54J will start on the pole. After that's going to be the 44, Dustin Coggin going to be on the outside. You have the number 96 of Ivan Goblin to the outside shell. Meanwhile, that number 97 machine of Tyler Lacey. You will have the number 69 of Jason Stevens. Meanwhile, to the outside will be the 31 of Tyler Trentham. And this is what Dirt Cars got them as weight and power requirements, JT. Good luck with it. As we are ready to rock, as Jonathan Snyder at number 54J will be your leader, as we're going to lead these modifieds into the lane 3 and 4. Jonathan Snyder hits the throttle. We are underway for UMPs here at the Knoxville Speedway. So far for the UMP modifieds here this afternoon as the number 54J. That's going to be old Jonathan Snyder. Meanwhile, it's going to be that number 97 machine. That'll be Tyler Lacey. You'll have the number 69 of Jason Stevens. Meanwhile, the number 44 of Dustin Coggin. He'll go to the outside. According to the Dirt Car Esports rules, if you look at them, it says minimum weight 2,400 pounds. As you will have the number 54J of Jonathan Snyder still going to be that race leader. Meanwhile, it's going to be the number 97 of Tyler Lacey. You have the 69 of the Jason Stevens, as that's going to be the top 3 for these UMP modifieds here at the Knoxville Speedway. As you continue to roll down to the backstretch, as Tyler Lacey's going to get in the wall down to the backstretch. What a save! As Lacey's going to be able to hold on. You will have the number 69 machine of Jason Stevens. He will move into the 3rd slot. As we continue on here, as Tyler Lacey going to throw a short slider into the 69 of Jason Stevens. Stevens going to give him a little bit of a left rear quarter panel. They'll go door to door in the middle of 3 and 4. As you got some racing going on the back of the field, as you get about 2 to go. 2 to go here for these UMP modifieds here this afternoon as Tyler Trentham that number 31 for that 5th slot. But the battle's going to be for the 3rd slot. Tyler Lacey in the 97. Jason Stevens on the inside and that number 69 machine. They'll go side by side on 3 and 4. You've got 2 to go. Going to be next time by. As we continue on, as the 69 of Jason Stevens going to be able to go down to the backstretch. You'll have the 97. It's going to be Lacey right there behind them. They'll race their way in the middle of 3 and 4. As the old number 69 of Jason Stevens will move to the 3rd slot. It'll go to Ivan Goblin in the 96M. He'll be in the 2nd slot. And Jonathan Snyder in the number 54J continuing to lead the way with 2 to go. Going to be this time by. As Jonathan Snyder's going to be able to roll through the middle of 3 and 4. He will rock to that bottom side of the speedway. Jonathan Snyder will see the white flag coming out of 4. As Ivan Goblin in the 96 Embry for the 2nd spot, but you got the battle for that 3rd slot again. As Stevens gonna lose it, he's gonna get underneath the 97 of Lacey. He'll hit the brake pedal, and Dustin Coggin in the 44 now made himself into this fight. As now the 69 of Stevens went all the way to the back of the field, but Lacey will hold on to the 3rd spot. So your top running order for heat race number 1 here at Knoxville. Jonathan Snyder, Godwin, Lacey, Coggin, Trentham, Stevens, Caleb Myers, and Kinder Tosh, who did not start. Cool deal, they say. Once again, for all of y'all watching the stream over here on my cell phone here, you can head right on over to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Search up SLR, and you can watch what we're calling. Offer an EOL penalties for heat race number 2. If you know you're going to junk the field or you're going to get tight, please take that EOL penalty.
I'll take one.
All right, JT, anywhere in the middle, 3 to the end of 4, you may fire. All righty. So, heat race number 2 is going to get ready to line up here with the SLR show. Again, search it up on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, SLR0X. Go find it. Come out here and watch the races with us here this afternoon. Alrighty, so JT Wellman in the McDonald's number 4 machine. We'll start on the pole in this one. To the outside in the No Coast Customs number 31, that's going to be Matt Smith. To the inside in the J-Dubs Graphics KRE number 32, that'll be Jared Wharton. To the outside, to be that number 25 machine, that'll be Braden Avila. After that, you can add the 115, that'll be Dane Norris out of Tony Stewart Racing. To the inside, to be that number 5, that'll be Chris Wharton. You will have the number 43 of Howard Ferguson Jr. until the outside to be the 57 of Edmund Post. That's going to be your field for heat race number 2. So as we're going to be ready to go here as the B4 of JT Wellman, Matt Smith to the outside. As these UMP Modifieds are ready to go up a 4, we're underway. Green light hits, and the 32 is already at Jared Wharton. Get it up in that number 31 machine on Matt Smith in turn 1 and 2. As the 25 of Braden Avila go to the inside, there's the 5 machine of Chris Wharton. As they will race their way through the middle of 3 and 4. Matt Smith will hold on to that 4th spot. As these UMP Modifieds, old JT Wellman's going to cut down. He's going to see the 25 of Braden Avila. He'll hit the brake pedal. You may have a new leader going down to the backstretch. As the 25 of Braden Avila will roll in the middle with 3 and 4. Dane Norris and Matt Smith get together off of 4, and Matt Smith's going to end up into the wall. We may have a caution flag. Caution flag on the speedway for Matt Smith along the front stretch wall after some contact between him and Dane Norris. As Dane Norris is going to come in really hot into turn 3 and 4. As he's going to wash up here a little bit. Just gets into that berm just slightly. Matt Smith's going to come down a little bit, meet him into the corner, and both cars get together as that may be a racing situation. You can see Matt Smith starting to cut down and gets into the right rear quarter panel of Dane Norris. You're good, Dane. That is not on you. You actually held it pretty good on the bottom side of the speedway. Matt Smith came down into your right rear quarter panel when you were already there. Yep. Cool deals. We're under yellow flag conditions for the first time. We'll go 1 to green this time around. Double file 1 to green this time around, gentlemen. Double file gonna be 1 to green this time around. So y'all over here, check it out. You guys go to my other page if you guys want to check out the stream, what we're doing, because TikTok is just... As we're getting ready to go, as the number 25 of Braden Avila to the inside, you will have JT Wellman back to the outside shelf as we're going to get ready to go once again. As the UMP Modifieds fire, we're underway. Halfway to go for the UMP Modifieds here at the Knoxville Speedway. As the B4 of Wellman up to the top shelf. As the number 5 of Chris Wharton, he'll go down to the backstretch. You got the 115 of Dane Norris. And Chris Wharton's going to wash up out of the 3 and 4. Hits the marbles, and what a save. 5 out of 8 for the UMP Modifieds here this afternoon. JT Wellman trying that cut down line again, but there's somebody to the inside. That'll be Dane Norris, as Wellman will fall back to the 4th spot. As racing getting a little slicing and dicing here for the UMP Modifieds here in Knoxville. As Braden Avila is still going to be your race leader. As these UMP Modifieds continue to race out of the backstretch, as Braden Avila, the number 25, still going to be your race leader. The number 32 of Jared Wharton. Here comes Dane Norris in the 115 to the inside, as you're going to see 2 to go this time by. 2 to go for these UMP Modifieds here tonight, as the 115 of Dane Norris to the inside. Jared Wharton to the outside shelf as they'll drive their way through the middle of turn 3 and 4. As Dane Norris at the 115, he'll roll to the bottom. He'll take the 2nd spot away, as we'll see a little white flag going to be in the air. If you want to go see the race, I don't know, go to my YouTube, go to my Facebook, or go to my Twitch, SLR0X. As the old Braden Avila, number 25, will continue to lead. He'll see the checkered flag as the 115 of Dane Norris and the number 32 of Jared Wharton will be the top 3. You have Howard Ferguson for the 4th spot. JT Wellman in the B4 with the number 5 of Chris Wharton, and that will be your field. You're welcome. All right, guys, 2 minutes of grid. You know, it's funny. The AI on my cell phone said live commentary on a stock car race. Guess who will win the heat? It's all right, Ty Barry. You found me on YouTube. That's just as good, boss man. Appreciate you, boss. Ah, wow. That's funny. That is hilarious. Oh my, that's awesome. That's great. That's all right, Ty. You found us. Thank you for coming out here and switching over. I keep getting restricted, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live like this and see what happens.
Take this yellow flag.
Hey, Nathan is cooking. They give it the follow. Alrighty. And everybody want an EOL penalty for the feature. Again, all cars made up. Going to start 16 cars.
Yes, please. I'm not already.
Yep, you got it. Those of you guys that are taking EOL penalties, please line up single file behind the field, please. Anybody else want one? Again, everybody makes a race. Everybody will make it to the show. Cool deal. 16 UMP Modifieds. It's going to be rolling here this afternoon. Cool deals. Our UMP Modifieds are going to get ready to go live here with the SLR show. Look up on the YouTube. Look on YouTube. Look on Facebook. And look on Twitch. SLR0X. TikTok is being stupid. Their AI thinks that I am not original. So if you guys want to watch the races, you got to go over there. Well, let's get ready to rumble, shall we? Alrighty, gentlemen, you know how this all goes. All starts on the leader, no waiver rounds, no quick repairs. Let's go out here and have some fun. Gentlemen, if you're going to pull it in, you got plenty of places to do so. If you got a broken left wheel or a right wheel, you must go into the pit area and get that fixed. If you do not, you will be disqualified. Other than that, guys, 97, get off his bumper, please. Other than that, good luck, everybody, for the UMP Modifieds. So, let's get ready to rumble here for these UMP Modifieds here at the Knoxville Speedway. As we're going to get ready to rumble here tonight, as John the Snyder at number 54 will be on the pole. To the outside will be the number 25 of Brayden Avila. You've got the number 96M. That'll be Ivan Godwin. The 115 of Dane Norris will be on the outside. The number 32 of Jared Ward with the 97 of Tyler Lacey. And that's going to be the 43 machine of Howard Ferguson with the 44 of Dustin Coggin. As we are ready to go to start 16 UMP Modifieds for 30 laps of distance here at Knoxville. We are underway. UMP Modifieds racing to turn 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're stacking them up in turn 1 and 2. Everybody's able to hang on to her, and everybody will keep it straight, and we will stay green. As these UMP Modifieds, they'll race their way around the backstretch as we're 2 out of 30. As Jared Ward to the number 32 machine to the top shelf. You'll have the number 43 his second time here with the SLR show. As you got Dustin Coggin at number 44, 3 wide in the middle of 3 and 4. As the 43 of Dustin Coggin to the inside. As he will move up into that hole. Actually, Dustin Coggin actually fell back 6 spots. Meanwhile, the number 44 machine, that'll be Dustin Coggin. He'll move back into the 8th spot. As Jared Ward's will move into the 7th spot as the field starting to make their way around this speedway. It's John Designer, that number 54 machine, your current race leader. As John the Snyder in the 54J, he'll continue to roll down to the backstretch here. 97 of Ivan Godwin in the second spot. It'll be the 25 of Brendan Avenel, the 115 of Dane Norris going to be the top four. You will have the 97 of Tyler Lacey. Meanwhile, the number 43 of Howard Ferguson Jr. with the number 32 of Jared Wharton. After that's going to go to Dustin Coggin in the 8th spot as we get about 26 laps into this one. As Stevens going to get in number 31 of Tyler Trentham. We got Tyler. You also got the 11T. That's going to be Kinder Tosh as these UMP Modifieds are here at the SLR show here in Knoxville. And it looks like Caleb Myers is going to be the only car out of this race so far here tonight. Corey Jefferson, go to my other look, go to my other stuff, boss man. Thanks for the share though. 25 to go here tonight as Jonathan Snyder still going to be that race leader of Ivan Godwin going to be in that second spot. Brendan Avila going to be in the third spot as these UMP Modifieds race here at the Knoxville Speedway. So far, the number 54, Jonathan Snyder, still going to be your race leader, but here comes Ivan Godwin. Godwin, that number 96 machine, going to be able to roll to the inside. Meanwhile, it's going to be that number 25 of Brendan Avila with the 115 of Dane Norris. That's still going to be your field here for these UMP Modifieds. As we continue on, the 54 of Jonathan Snyder continues to roll to the outside of the speedway. It's Ivan Godwin in second. You'll have the number 25 of Brendan Avila, the 115 of Dane Norris going to be the top four. So far, single file, nose to tail around the speedway here for these UMP Modifieds. Again, a 30-lap feature for these guys. As you got the 54J, Jonathan Snyder still going to be that race leader as Ivan Godwin going to be that number 96 machine. As the 25 of Brandon Avila to the bottom side of the speedway. Meanwhile, it's going to be the 115 of Dean Norris for fourth. You've got the number 43 machine of Howard Ferguson in the fifth spot. After that, we got our first yellow flag on the speedway. And holy cow, with Tyler Trentham and company, the 69 of Stevens and the B4 of Wellman as our first yellow flag waves. Tyler Trentham going to try a bit of a slider. He's going to come up and give the 69 machine a little bit of a door. Goes in the turns 1 and 2. Hits the brake pedal, throws it, parks it right on the 96's nose, or the 69 nose of Stevens, and the 4 of Wellman's going to get together, and those guys have literally just got together as Tyler Trentham's going to leave the race as soon as he did it. That's our first yellow flag. Oh boy. First yellow flag has come out already here for the UMP Modifieds. We are 12 out of 30 here tonight. Gotcha. As we are ready to rock here this afternoon as the 54J Jonathan Snyder has been your current leader as Tyler Trentham leaves immediately. So, as we're going to get ready to rumble once again, as Jonathan Snyder in the 54J is still going to be that race leader. We got a bunch of cars in the pit area due to some damage. But hey, you know, it's going to be all right, I say. Alrighty. Double file going to be 1 to green. That was for a park job slider by Tyler Trentham. He left immediately, caught Jason Stevens in the 69. And that's going to be our first yellow flag here tonight. So for the UMP Modifieds, as is going to be the 54, Jonathan Snyder still going to be that race leader with the old number 69 of the 96 of Ivan Godwin. You'll have the 25 of Brandon Avila company as the UMP Modifieds are back underway here at the Knoxville Speedway. 20 to go for the UMP Modifieds. You got them 3 wide coming up at turn number 2 as Brendan Avila in the 25. Meanwhile, the 96 machine of Ivan Godwin slide job in the middle of 3 and 4. Guys are slicing and dicing into the back of the field for the UMP Modifieds. Skinny tires got about 19 to go, and look out, the 57 of Mr. Edmund Post and Stevens get together for a second yellow flag. Oh man, guys in these cut down lines as the 44 of Dustin Coggin and the 57 I believe that's Jason Stevens in the 57. We'll find out here as man, I'll tell you what, you give these guys UMP Modifieds and look out as that's going to be Evan Post on the 57 machine, as they're pretty much 3 wide. Steve is going to drive it in deep. Evan Post is going to wash up as the 44 is coming across and catches Stevens and the 5 machine here for these UMP Modifieds for our second yellow flag. We calling that racing, gentlemen. One was cutting down, one was coming up, and unfortunately about 4 other cars got caught up in you in the back of the field. I'll tell you, we got these UMP Modifieds absolutely souped up, if you guys do not know. So we got these UMP Modifieds nice and souped up. I'll tell you what, as they are running, let me see here for the horsepower rating for the UMP Modifieds under SLR rules. Look at about 825 horsepower for these UMP Modifieds. I ain't talking no trash. I'm saying you just got caught up. I call it as I see it, everybody. Nobody's talking trash. I just call it as I see it, as we're going to get ready to go here this afternoon, as we're going to go double file, going to go 1, 2 green. Double file going to be 1 to green this time by. Looks like, as we're going to get ready to go, as the 69 of Stevens is going to be back out on the speedway, Evan Post and company, as these UMP Modified are getting ready to light the tires. Once again, we are underway. These are big boy UMP Modifieds with 2,400 pounds of weight and company, as everybody's going down to the backstretch. 832 some horsepower, unrestricted power, by the way, as we're about to go 3 wide. Here comes Ivan Garvin on the outside, Brandon Avila as Sean Designer, the number 54 J to the middle, and you may have a new leader in turns 1 and 2 as the old number 25, that'll be Brandon Avila to the inside. You got the 54 J machine, that's going to be old Jonathan Snyder's going to push tight, gets on the brake pedal and a good save, but here comes the number 11 T of Kinder Toss on the inside. As we continue on, we got a lot of guys in the back of the field here. JT Wellman in the 4B with the number 97 of Tyler Lacey. It'll go to the 32 of Jared Wharton with the number 5 ride. That'll be Chris Wharton. Lacey all crossed up in that number 97 machine. Look out as the old 32 of Jared Wharton was flashing on the screen. 2 yellow flags here at Knoxville Speedway for our souped-up UMP Modifieds here tonight, as the 115 of Dane Norris now battling the number 54J. That's going to be Jonathan Snyder, but here comes the 11T of Kinder Tosh. He's going to roll to the inside. We got about 14 more to go as Tosh works to the bottom side in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Meanwhile, the 96 of Ivan Cobb is going to get a good run to the outside. Meanwhile, the 11T of Kinder Tosh going to roll to the bottom side of the speedway. 14 more to go, and Braden Avila will be your leader. As Tyler Lacey's going to pull that number 97 car in, as Braden Avla's got that UMP Modified absolutely dialed in here this afternoon. As the old number 96 M of Ivan Goblin to the top shelf, the number 11 T of Kinder Toss on the inside, as we get about 12 more to go here for the UMP Modifieds, as it's going to be Ivan Goblin and 96 to the top shelf. It'll be Kinder Toss on the inside, as they'll track race out of the backstretch. Here's the new 43 of Howard Ferguson, as here comes a 54J of Jonathan Snyder, as I'll tell you what, this Howard Ferguson has got this figured out, needs UMP Modifieds. Dane Norris in the 115 right there behind, about 11 more to go. 11 more to go here this afternoon for the UMP Modifieds, as the 11T of Kinder Toss going to be able to roll to the inside. Back to the outside shall be the number 96 of Ivan Godwin. As Godwin goes to the top side, we got our 3rd yellow flag. Oh, the 5 of Chris Wharton's going to go around on the inside and turn 1 and 2. Heavy damage on the left side of that race car. I'll tell you what, that 44 machine is right there alongside the 5 of Wharton. Pretty much going into the corner, and the 44 is getting a little bit of a tap, and you can see the net code afterwards. As you can see it right there, car goes in a little bit straight. Comes up there, gives him a nice little door, and then shoot, there she blows. I don't even think it was a door. Wow, UMP Modified's got some serious netcode problems in it. Look at that. Just that little bit of tap right there. Shebang. Two cars fighting for the position, and that was all she wrote for Chris Wharton. Chris Wharton has decided to leave out of this one. So our third yellow flag. So these UMP Modifieds got a really bad hitbox. Oh. Oh, gotcha. Okay, my bad. You're good. Yeah, you can tell JT off if you want. So the 44 of Dustin and the 5 of Wharton were pretty much heads up going into the corner, and they were going into the corner in turn number 3. They were side by side, and all of a sudden just a little bit of a contact, and then all of a sudden Chris Wharton went into the outside wall. There is a bad hitbox in these UMP Modifieds, by the way, just so you know. You get too close to each other side by side, you're gonna get whopped out to the side, just so you're all aware. So these UMP Modifieds, like I said, they have a very, very bad hitbox in them too. Any bit of contact, and it seems like they'll snap around on the outside for no reason, as we got about 7 more to go here this afternoon. Scratch that, we're going to make it 9 to go for these UMP Modifieds here tonight. As the number 25 of Braden Avila is still going to be your race leader. Meanwhile, the 96 machine, that's going to be old Mr. Ivan Godwin. You will have the number 43 of Howard Ferguson Jr., the 11T of Kinder Tosh. He'll go to the inside as we got about 9 to go for these UMP Modifieds. As Kinder Tosh able to roll to the bottom side, man, he came up 12 spots from these UMP Modifieds. As the 43 of Howard Ferguson, meanwhile, the 115 of Dane Norris. You've got the 54J of John the Snyder with the 32 of Jared Wharton. He'll move up into the 7th spot as these UMP Modifieds got about 8 more to go. 8 to go for the UMP Modifieds here tonight, as Braden Avila, that number 25, has got that car absolutely dialed in. As the 96 of Ivan Godwin on the bottom shelf, meanwhile the 11T of Kinder Tosh, as we get about 7 more to go for the UMP Modifieds here at Knoxville, as Howard Ferguson Jr., oh my God, into the wall, as the 54J of John the Snyder got to those outside rear quarter panel, and I'll tell you what a save for Howard Ferguson Jr. As we got Ferguson Jr. in the 43, Jonathan Snyder led a couple laps in this. He's fallen back 6 spots from taking the lead early in this event, as he's fallen back even further as he's got the 44, Dustin Coggin, to the inside. We got about 6 more to go for these UMP Modifieds. Again, they got almost 800 some odd horsepower here tonight, actually making 825 at 2,400 pounds. J-Money, they did it again, boss man. If you want to go watch the races, we're on the other networks, just YouTube, Facebook, and on the Twitch side of things, SLR 0X. As we continue on for these UMP Modifieds here this afternoon, as Dustin Coggin, that number 44 machine, he'll roll to the top shelf. Meanwhile, it's going to be that number 43 machine. That's going to be old Mr. Howard Ferguson. He's starting to fade. We got about 4 more to go. Kinder Tosh on the 11T, rolling to the bottom. The 25 of Braden Avila, but here comes Jared Wharton in the number 32 machine, as he's going to get a good run up to the outside of Man at Randoms. I'm also on my other channels as well, as you got a battle for the 3rd slot. Kinder Tosh on the 11T. Dane North to the outside. Here comes the 32 of Jared Wharton. Wharton's going to get a run, making 3 wide, maybe on a 4. You got 2 to go, and the battle's going to be for 3rd. Kinder Tosh on the 11T holds on to the 3rd slot. After that, it's going to be the number 115 of Dane Norris. Dane Norris going to get a run to the inside. Dane Norris throttles it in to 3 and 4, and he will take the 3rd slot away. White flag this time by. White flag going to be in the air this time around here for the UMP Modifieds. Kinder Tosh lost in the 3rd spot to Dane Norris. But how about Braden Avila in that number 25 machine? He will roll through the middle of 3 and 4. He will see the checkered flag here at Knoxville. Ivan Godwin for 2nd. Dane Norris for 3rd will be your field. Kinder Tosh not too happy with Dane Norris as he taps the left rear quarter panel, as the top 3 are going to come on down. Straight line for me, gentlemen, down to the front stretch, please. Straight line down me on the front stretch. Thank you. Well, while that's getting ready to go, we're going to load up our next event here at the Lanier Speedway. Oh, man, we are also live on those other channels, by the way, if you actually want to watch the racing, because TikTok says my content is unoriginal and is reproduced. Yeah. Alrighty, well, they're going to come down here to the SLR media world, and we'll see what we get a word with Braden Avila and company. 3 yellows here at Knoxville Speedway, and we're going to go ahead and continue on here tonight. Yeah, yours says the same all the time, too. Yeah, something's going on. As Braden Avila is going to get the done in that number 25 machine.
Thank you.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what a drive by you, sir.
Yeah, it was fun. Felt really good on the bottom there. Especially once we got that yellow there, I felt like I really found the bottom and, yeah, never really left it.
I mean, 825 horsepower here for these UMP Modifieds. How's that feel for you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I felt like early on we were all running the top there. I felt like I honestly thought the rest of the race was going to be like that. And then we were rolling around under pace laps and I looked like the bottom still had grip. So I tried it after the restart and then we were 3 wide when that caution came out again. So, yeah.
Other than that, man, do you like these UMP Modifieds? Because we're taking them over to Linear Speedway. Who do you got to thank?
I got to thank Dane Norris and old DNR.
Hey, man, I'll see you at Lanier.
Thank you.
Ivan Godwin for second. Man, I tell you, I don't think you had anything for Braden Avila.
Nah, I'm not good at this track. I'll give it to him. Absolutely suck here. So doesn't matter what the car is.
Would you be able to do anything different, maybe to catch up to Braden Avila in that 25?
To be honest with you, I don't know. There for a little bit, whenever on the restart, I kind of followed his line a little bit, but I wasn't hitting it right. So I don't know, I just kind of started doing my own little thing, see if I can do anything.
So what do you feel with the 825 horsepower and 2,400 pounds of weight for these UMP Modifieds?
I'm definitely going to give it more throttle control.
So separate the men from the boys. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Who do you got to thank as we go to Lanier?
You for putting on the race.
Appreciate you, boss man.
Yeah.
Dane Norris in a 115 for a third here this afternoon. Looks like you were doing what you always do, keep the car underneath of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty rough. I think some of the guys need to go back playing with Matchbox cars or something. I don't know. Like, it's like they, and they need to be covered in bubble wrap. So I don't get it. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to sound that way, but I mean, you've seen what happened, obviously. I did. I forget who it was right there at the end. I give him the what I like to call the Newsom nudge a couple of times because I had to get to that third spot. Come on.
I mean, you came to that third spot of D, and you can see that he wasn't too happy with you have Kendra Tosh.
Yeah, and I mean, in my opinion, the last couple laps is the time if you're going to do it. And you either got to go and get there or you can't. And that's when I try to go is when it counts, not the first 2 laps.
Well, I'll tell you what, these UMP Modifieds, we ran them with the 825 and 2,400 pounds of weight. What did you think of them?
I mean, it's just more throttle control. Try to, 40, 35, 30, 40 laps, more power. I mean, you're going to use more tires. So just got to chill. You know what I mean? Let things be what it's going to be for the first few laps. Let everybody get separated. And, I always like to see at least one caution, to be honest with you. I know you don't like it, but that way it groups us back up where I save, and then it usually helps me in the end. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, we had 3 here for these UMP Modifieds, and we will try this again at Lanier. Who do you got to thank?
Same old guys, TSR, Stapleton Trucking, Trash Panda Graphics, GFY Traction Company, you for putting them on. If my cousin Matt's still watching, that's what's going on, cuz, and my buddy Rich.
Hey, man, we will see you at Lincoln.
Now we're going to Lanier, bud. You know where you're going?
Not really. I've had a wild day today.
I can tell.
No.
See you at Lanier.
We're headed to Lanier. Yeah, that's already loaded up and ready to go.
Feet don't go the wrong place.
No, not again.
All right. All right.
All right, man. See you later. Alrighty. I guess we're going to have to use the beef chat to get in the SLR Discord, as Lanier Speedway is coming up next year for these UMP Modifieds. Again, they got 800 and some odd horsepower, 825 horsepower. We did the calculations and things like that. And if you guys are over there on the TikTok side of things, they keep telling me that my content is unoriginal. So if you guys want to actually go watch the racing, if you're just joining us, head on over to YouTube, head on over to Facebook, and head over to Twitch at SLR0XX and come out here and join us. If you guys want to watch the actual races, besides my face here, call them the races, because my content is unoriginal and I got sick and tired of it. So if you guys are over there watching, I see 4 of you over there. If you actually want to watch the racing, head on over there. So, we're going to get ready to rumble here once again, as the UMP Modifieds are going to get ready to line up here at the Lanier Speedway. We get a lot of them here at the SLR show. I should be. It says I am right here. Hey, Kryptonite, you sure? SLR0XX? I'm pretty sure I am. Nah, I'm on my SLR0XX page. Let's continue on with our racing here for the UMP Modifieds here with the Lanier Speedway, as that's going to be coming up here next, as we are getting ready to rumble here this afternoon, as our UMP Modifieds are here at Lanier. Oh yeah, let's get ready to go, they say, as the UMP Modifieds are here at Lanier Speedway, and we got a bunch of them here tonight, as I believe we're almost up to 20 cars already. And gentlemen, let's go to the top, please. So far tonight has just been absolute. No sir, I'm on my SLR0XX page.
Oh man, 13.
As the UMP Modifieds are here this afternoon, as we have track prep to the top on all drivers. Track prep on the top on all drivers, please and thank you. Got about 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 UMP Modifieds here with the Lanier Speedway, and we have a few others going to be joining in as well. Thank you all for joining in the SLR Discord. For those of you guys that have been coming out here and joining in, we appreciate you all for coming out here and doing that as well, as we have our UMP Modifieds here this afternoon. Edmund Post at number 57 is going to be in the wall once again. You've got the number 13 of Keegan Sanders, as well as the guys are going to start going up to the outside of the speedway here for these UMP Modifieds. A lot of guys are having a hard time trying to get these cars around the speedway here. Like I said, they got 825 horsepower. Attention all cars to the top. Attention all cars to the top side of the speedway. We get that track prep going. Need that top shelf starting to run in, please and thank you. Jared Warden dropped through to upload packet loss. We got Tyler Lacey coming in. Jeff Wacker's going to get himself some as well for the UMP Modifieds. Start getting everything rolling here as both these guys are going to be out here. Matt Smith has not had a very good day so far for the UMP Modifieds. Neither has the number 57 of M Post as well. So we do got about 20 UMP Modifieds scheduled to start here. All 20 cars are going to be here this afternoon. And we continue on with the racing here tonight. Guess what the AI said on TikTok? Calling the shots for a live NASCAR SLR race. Share your predictions for the top 3. So I guess TikTok went full-blown AI. I think that's what happened. I think TikTok went full-blown AI, everybody. All right, guys. Slider, slider, both corners. Slider, slider, both corners. Turns 1 and 2 and turn 3 and 4. Aye, aye, aye. Holy smokes. We're going to start throwing some sliders in both corners. We're going to really get this racetrack all nice and ran in on both sides of the speedway as these UMP Modifieds got a 40-lap feature event here at the Lanier Speedway. So let's get ready to go as these UMP Modifieds are here at the Linear Speedway with Kinder Tosh and company. Meanwhile, it's going to be that number 13 ride of Keegan Sanders. You got the number 64 of Heather Ken also on the speedway. After that, it's going to be Edmund Post in the field as the UMP Modifieds are ready to go racing here at the Linear Speedway. Alrighty. Yep, we got 20 UMP Modifieds scheduled to start here at Lanier. Let's go. Alrighty, heat race number 1. Everybody makes a race, everybody makes a show. Gentlemen, we got a beef channel. If something happens on the racetrack, use that beef channel. Oh, anybody want that EOL penalty? We got 20 cars scheduled here this afternoon.
Bad take DOL again.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a big wreck. EOL penalties again. Anybody want one?
I guess I'll take one too, Peter.
Go.
EOL, please.
So Dirt 27, we are hosting UMP Modifieds. If you want to go to the YouTube, the Facebook, or the Twitch page at SLR0X to watch the racing, please do. TikTok has me. Cool deal. Then inside and outside lanes, go ahead and move on up. Gentlemen, let me say something to y'all. You have 825 horsepower, car weighs 2,400 pounds. Your tires will burn off quickly. Throttle control is a much higher thing for these UMP Modifieds now. Start thinking about that as you guys go out racing. And again, no straight lines, no full send sliders. Don't stop on the speedway if you're not broke. If you got a broken left wheel or a broken right wheel, please pull it into the infield. You will be in the wall a few laps later. Other than that, good luck, everybody. Matt Smith, anywhere in the middle of 3 to the end of 4. Do not hold the field up. Double file, 1 to green this time. Well, we got 20 UMP Modifieds here at the Lanier Speedway as Matt Smith's going to start on the pole for the UMP Modifieds with Heather Kent going to be on the outside. You will have Keegan Sanders and Zach M. McPhee as we are underway. Sanders in the 13 is going to go in way tight in turn 1 and 2 as Zach MV is going to be able to roll to the inside in the 114 as these UMP Modifieds. Wall Manor, thank you for coming over here, boss man. As the UMP Modifieds are here, oh, look out. Caleb Myers as the 25 is going to catch a bit of a right rear quarter panel. It's going to be Braden Avila, as Avila's got a broken left front wheel after that little bit of contact here for the UMP Modifieds. Man, they got these things like glass. Good Lord. Edmund posting down to the backstretch as we roll on. This is stock weight. Well, Manter 17, stock weight. 2,400 pounds is stock on the iRacing world. As the number 31 of Matt Smith continues to roll to the bottom self. Meanwhile, the number 64 machine of Heather Kent. Look out! We got the 13 of Keegan Sanders going to be working to the outside. As here comes the 57 machine of Edmund Post working the bottom side of the speedway. He will move up into the 4th spot. As we're about halfway to go for heat race number 1. As Matt Smith and the number 31 will be your early leader. As you will have the number 94. That is a 64. That's going to be Heather Kent as he's in that Halloween machine. You've got the number 114 of Zach M. McPhee to the inside. Meanwhile, the number 57 machine of Evan Post. You've got the number 13 machine of Keegan Sanders. That's a great battle for those drivers. As Post in the 57 to the top shelf with the 13 of Sanders going to get a run off of turn number 2. As these UMP Modifieds, they'll make their way right through the middle of 3 and 4. As we're 8 out of 10 here for the UMP Modifieds here tonight. Edmund Poe's going to push way tight in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Jeff Wacker in the 55. He'll roll to the inside. You got 2 to go this time by for the UMP Modifieds here with the Lanier Speedway. 2 to go, and Matt Smith is driving away in that number 31 machine as the marbles are starting to form in turn 3 and 4. White flag in the air. As the number 31 of Matt Smith, he'll make his way right through the middle of turn 3 and 4 here for the final time. Matt Smith will get it done for heat race number 1. Heather Kent will be in the 64 machine for the 2nd spot. It'll go to Zach M. Fee. After that, it'll go to the 13 of Keegan Sanders and company as Edmund Post, the 55 machine of Jeff Wacker, and the number 1 of Caleb Myers will be the field. Off for EOLs for heat race number 2. Alrighty, gentlemen, like I said, throttle control is going to be the deal. Like I said, these cars got so much more horsepower and they got added weight. Let's get ready to go. Good luck, everybody. Ian, anywhere in the middle of 3 or the end of 4, you may fire. So, as the UMP Modifieds are ready to go here for the SLR show once again, as we are ready to get them on, as it's going to be Ian Littell in the 55 with Kinder Tosh going to be to the outside. Dane Norris at the 115 with Ivan Godwin going to be to the outside of the shelf. As we are ready to go, UMP Modifieds are underway. So as these UMP Modifieds are racing here this afternoon, as a 55 machine, that's going to be old Mr. Ian Littell with the number 11 of Kinder Tosh. As Tosh can be able to get a run to the inside on the 3 and 4. They go 2 by 2 into the turns 1 and 2. Tosh on the inside, that's going to be Ian Littell as we continue on. As they're going to go down to the backstretch. You got Ivan Godwin in the 96 end to the outside. Oh, but 3 wide of a 3 and 4. 3 out of 10 for the UMP Modifieds. They go single file down to the backstretch as the 96M of Ivan Godwin's going to tuck in right there behind the 55. That's going to be Ian Littell. You got the 11T pushing way tight on a 3 and 4, and they're 3 wide down to the front stretch. As Ivan Goblin stuck on the bottom, there's going to be Dean Norris at the 115, going to try to get to the outside. Kinder Todd's going to be in the wall in the 11T, as here comes the 55 of Ian Liddell with a run off of turn number 2 of a 4. He will take the lead at halfway to go. Halfway to go here for these UMP Modifieds as Ian Liddell's able to roll to the bottom side of the speedway. The 11, that's going to be old Mr. Kindertosh. As we continue on, as they will race into turn 1 and 2. Kindertosh going to be able to roll to the top shelf. Meanwhile, the 96M, that's going to be old Mr. Ivan Goblin to the inside. As racing continues, look out, Dane Norris. Oh, Jared Ward is going to get caught up, and we got a yellow flag. Chris Wharton just does not have any luck here this afternoon. As Dane Norris going to wash up a little bit down to the backstretch, and Chris Wharton just gets caught right up in it for these UMP Modifieds. He is not having any luck here tonight. As Dane Norris going to wash up there and gets into the 11 of Kinder Tosh. As he got all completely crossed up, he tried to save it, comes back on the top of the speedway, collecting the 5 of Wharton. As Dane Norris will grab that EOL penalty. But look how gnarly these contact points are. I mean, the same thing happened to him in Knoxville. Like, literally, he's going to come down. Now, watch. If you take another look at this, look at this contact point. We're going to come up and just literally, watch. Check out this. Absolutely barely any contact at all. Actually, it was all net code in a way, and it's going to send the 5 of Wharton up into the fence line. Wow. So anyways, we're going to restack him and re-rack him here for these UMP Modifieds, as is all going to be the 55 of Ian Liddell and the number 11T of Kinder Tosh, as we're going to line them right back up here for the UMP Modifieds. We are back underway. Oh, I see the 44, Dustin Coggins. He got really tight in turns 1 and 2. We got the 18 machine of Zach Staggs going to be joining us there for the UMP Modifieds. 8 out of 10 here this afternoon, as the old number 55 machine of Ian Liddell still going to be that race leader with the 96M machine. That's going to be Ivan Godwin. You've got the number 11T of Kinder Tosh. As racing continues on through the middle of 3 and 4, you got 2 to go. Going to be this time by. 2 to go for the UMP Modifieds, as the number 96M of Ivan Godwin's going to be alongside the number 55 of Ian Liddell, as they will race up a turn number 4. You got them 2 to go. White flag in the air. As Goblin in 96, and right there behind the 55 of Ian Liddell. Slide job maybe for Liddell. He's going to push tight, and then Goblin's going to have to go through the outside, but it's Ian Liddell at the line. It'll go to Mr. Ivan Goblin. Kinder Tosh going to be the top 3. JT Wellman in the B4 and company with the 43 of Howard Ferguson Jr., Dane Norris, Dustin Coggin, and Chris Wharton has not had a good day here so far. He's been caught up in some stuff here tonight. As we'll go ahead and give them 2 more to grid. Yep. Alrighty. I think we got everybody all crossed over here. I'm going to put this away. And, yeah. You know what's crazy is like I just went live and here we go. Let's get ready to go, shall we, for these UMP Modifieds here this afternoon, as we're going to get ready to rumble here. Offering EOL penalties to the field. Anybody want an EOL penalty? Yes, no, maybe so.
Me.
I'll take one.
Ian, you really want to do that?
Yeah, I think last time I came in here, I went 14th to 3rd, so we'll see if I can go 14th to 2nd.
You're a brave man.
It won't shift.
Alrighty, gentlemen, all start on the leader. There's no wave around, no quick repairs. If you have a broken left front wheel, you might as well call it a night, because a couple laps later, you're going to end up into the wall. Gentlemen, you got to watch out for these UMP Modifieds. They got a very bad hit box. If you make any contact, your right rear quarter panel is going to spin out the guy beside you. So you can barely touch these UMP Modifieds. Inside lane, go ahead and move on up. We're going green this time. Bye. As we are ready to go for the UMP Modifieds here at the Linear Speedway. Two out of 40 for the UMP Modifieds as Ivan Godwin and Matt Smith are going to go to war down the backstretch. Meanwhile, you got Heather Kent and number 64 machine. You've got the 11T of Kindertosh, and we have our UMP Modifieds here at the Linear Speedway. Keegan Sanders has already called it a day here as these UMP Modifieds seemed like he had transmission problems. As everybody's making their way down to the backstretch, we have actually started 17 UMP Modifieds here with the Linear Speedway with 4 out of 40. 4 out of 40 for the UMP Modifieds, as it's going to be Ivan Godwin, going to be your race leader still. And at number 96, we got the 31 of Matt Smith. Meanwhile, the number 64 machine of Heather Kent will go to the top shelf. Meanwhile, it's going to be the 11T of Kindertosh. Meanwhile, the 114 of Zach M. McPhee. Meanwhile, the 4B of JT Wellman, as Wellman's going to go to the top side of the speedway. You got the number 101 machine of Caleb Myers in the 7th spot. So far, we are staying nice and steady here for these UMP Modifieds here this afternoon. As the B4, that's going to be old Mr. JT Wellman to the inside. After that's going to be the old number 114. That's going to be old Mr. JT Wellman, as it's going to be Wellman in the 4B. You'll have the number 114. That's Zach M. McPhee to the top shelf as we get about 8 out of 40 here tonight. About 9 out of 40 as Ivan Godwin still going to be your race leader in that number 96 machine. As after that's going to be that number 31 machine, that's going to be Matt Smith. You'll have the number 64 machine of Heather Kent. Meanwhile, the number 11T of Kindertosh. As the 114, that's going to be Zach M. McPhee. As you'll have the number 25 machine of Braden Avila. Meanwhile, the 4B of JT Wellman. After that's going to be the 115 of Dean Norris. Here comes the 55 machine. I believe that's Ian Liddell. He started dead last into this one. He's going to have Dean Norris there alongside of him, as it's going to be Caleb Myers in the number 01 machine. As Linear Speedway for these UMP Modifieds, as it's all going to be JT Wellman out, and out JT Wellman's going to be Ivan Godwin. That number 96M still going to be your race leader. You'll have the number 31 of Matt Smith. After that, it's going to be old, the number 64 of Heather Kent, with the 11T of Kindertosh. 12 out of 40, as it's going to be the old 114 of Zach M. McPhee with the 25 of Braden Avila, the 4B of JT Wellman. As the 115 of Dane Norris going to be right there to the inside. You also have the 55 machine. That's going to be Ian Liddell. 13 out of 40 for the UMP Modifieds here this afternoon. As Zach Staggs in the number 18. He'll be in the 11th spot. As racing continues, Dane Norris going to get a little crossed up. He flashes in front of my eyes once again. As it's the 55 machine. That's Ian Liddell going to be able to roll to the top shelf. 26 to go here for these UMP Modifieds. As the old 4B, that's going to be JT Wellman. He'll tip top to the outside of the speedway. After that's going to be the 55. That's going to be Ian Liddell, who took an EOL penalty. He is so far, as he started dead last, he's running in the 8th spot. As the 4B, JT Wellman into the 7th spot, but 3 wide here so far. 24 more laps to go here this afternoon. Oh no, Dane Norris gonna head up into the wall by Ian Liddell. Oh my goodness. Oh, man. I want to say with the flash of Dane as winner yellow flag conditions for the first time, Wacker as the 55, Ian Liddell got it into the 4B of Wellman at the same time. Dane Norris disappears. As Dane Norris gets in there, the 55 of Ian Liddell is going to get into the 4B. And we're going to give old Liddell the EOL penalty because he's going to come down and get into him as our first yellow flag waves. As Dane Norris ended up into the backstretch wall, we're going to restack and re-rack here. We're about halfway to go, going to be this time by. As these UMP Modifieds are going to be racing down to the backstretch, 22 more to go as Ian Liddell went to the tip of the field after getting into the B4 of JT Wellman as racing continues here at Lanier. Three wide as Kendra Todd's going to cut the nose off of the 114 of Zach and McPhee as they get together and what a save as they'll continue racing upward halfway. Halfway to go as we're going to go down to the backstretch as the number 11 machine of Kinder Toss. Meanwhile, the number 25 of Brendan Avalon to the top shelf. 19 more laps to go as you have these UMP Modifieds as Ivan Godwin still going to be your race leader. That number 96 machine, your leader. Meanwhile, it's going to be that number 31 of Matt Smith. You have the 64 of Heather Kent. You have the 11 of Kinder Tosh. Meanwhile, it's going to be the number 25 of Braden Avalos to the inside as racing continues on here at 18 more to go here for the UMP Modifieds. As we continue on as the 114 of Zach M. McPhee. He'll work to the bottom side of the speedway. And that is going to be the number 57 machine of Edmund Post as 17 more to go here tonight. Mm-hmm. 15 more to go here at the SLR show as we're going to get ready to roll here as it's going to be Ivan Godwin, still your leader with Matt Smith in the number 31. After that, it's going to be the number 64 machine of Heather Kent in the third spot. 14 more to go for these UMP Modifieds as Ivan Godwin continues to rip here. After that, it's going to be the number 31 of Matt Smith with the 64 machine of Heather Kent in the third spot. As the number 25 of Brandon Avila, he'll continue to roll to the outside as battling continues on. The number 64 of Heather Kent going to be able to roll to the inside. The 31 machine, that's going to be old Mr. Matt Smith to the top shelf of the UMP Modifieds. Oh, no, 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 no. What a save! Good Lord, what a save! As Braden Avila, that number 25 machine, has had the brakes of a lifetime. As Matt Smith got a little bit of contact there for the 64 of Heather Kent. We got 11 to go. And there goes Matt Smith around down to the front stretch. Matt Smith's going to go around the front stretch here for these UMP Modifieds as the 25 of Brandon Avila was to the outside of him. And Matt Smith's going to come up, wash up, and he's going to get into the door line of Brandon Avila and spins out down to the front stretch for our second yellow. Cool deal. Alrighty, guys, go ahead and double file these cars up. We should be going 1 to green this time around. Double file going to be 1 to green this time around. Hey, this is our last race. I have something I need to do here locally. We got a big problem. So let's go ahead and get them lined up. Double file going to be 1 to green this time. Bye, drivers. Double file up this time. Let's go. Hey, Marlene. Sorry, next time bye, guys. Sorry, next time bye. So we got about 33 out of 40 as we have the number 96 machine of Ivan Godwin. Heather Kent going to be the field as we are ready to go with 10 more to go. As JT Wellman in the field, everybody's going to stack them up in 1 and 2, and we will stay straight. We will stay green. Nine more to go for the UMP Modifieds here this afternoon as you got Evan Post cutting down in turn 1 and 2. Carlo Evan Post. As what a save as Evan Post and JT Wellman got together as the UMP Modifieds got 8 more to go. Seven to go for the UMP Modifieds as the number 96 M machine of Ivan Godwin still going to be your leader of heaven. Five to go for the UMP Modifieds as the 11T of Kinder Tosh and Company, as the number 25 of Brandon Avila and Company, as it's going to be the 64 machine of Heather Kent, as that's going to be the top 2 with 5 to go this time by. Four to go for the UMP Modifieds as the number 64 of Heather Kent's going to be in the second spot. Brandon Avila is going to get a good run off of 3 and 4 as the UMP Modifieds continue to race on the outside of the speedway, as it's going to be Ivan Godwin at number 96 machine through the bottom, and 3 and 4. 2 to go going to be this time by Marlene. White flag going to be in the air this time by. As the 96 of Ivan Godwin will see the checkered flag, he will get it done. You got the number 54 machine of Heather Kent with the 25 of Brandon Avila going to be the top 3. Hey, I need you at the need you in the computer room ASAP. Guys, I gotta get going. I got to